Yeah, nice on the way down. Not too slick right here. Pretty good. Mud season. This run was brought to you by Gummy Bears. Ooh, here comes Jenny. There she goes. Hey, welcome. Week one's a wrap. Let's get into it. Week one, a lot of adjustments were made. Hey, just briefly on the geeky stuff here. First week of January 2026. This is my entire year done out. Well, later in the year, 18 weeks for Run Rabbit Run. But week one, January 24th, on that schedule is a 30-kilometer classic race. Probably not going to happen. So you'll see this blue means I anticipated mostly skiing this year. Still in base building. Threshold intervals were going to be the workout of choice this week, but not a lot of snow, mostly running. All right, that's kind of geeky on the how we plan things out, but I'm 50 years old. Makes sense for me to plan out volume. I'm shooting for 8 to 11 hours a week for these first weeks. So thanks for joining in. Next little bit's just gonna be day by day, Monday through Sunday. What I was doing every day, share a bit with you, and then towards the end, I'll give you the summaries of how much and what for the week. So if you get bored and you want to skip ahead and see how much training we got in this week, skip ahead to about 2 minutes to go or so, and then you'll see sort of the summary for the week. Thanks for joining, y'all. Hey everybody, it's Monday. We're gonna go get some cross-country skiing in. What do you think, Rambo? There's not much snow, so we're gonna be on rock skis. Take the dog out for a little bit, and then I'll drive over somewhere else where maybe the snow's better for me to ski. Rambo, you ready? He's being so patient. This is a flat tire. Flat tire. Go! Rambo! Let's go. Flat tire again. Woohoo, we're skiing. About half an hour in, maybe 45 minutes. I don't know, it's nice up here in the trees. Woohoo! In the sun and shade. Got the uphill done. 4 miles up the hill. Pretty nice up here actually now. I'm gonna zoom down. The uphill's fun, it's great for running cross-training. The downhill, for somebody who didn't grow up skiing, on these skinny skis, no edges, just little strips of plastic. I'm gonna zoom her down. It's about a half mile of steep down and then like a fun mile and a half. All right, we'll see you down there. All right, got an hour 45 of skiing in. It was too cold out there, phone died, so didn't get a lot of footage. But hour 45 done, woohoo! Dinner time! Tuesday morning at the gym. Trying to get 2 visits a week to the gym in. Cold this morning. Twice a week or about every 3 or 4 days, I try to hit a full body workout in the gym. You'll notice the weights aren't heavy. My form's not perfect. I'm not lifting heavy in a power building phase or strength building phase. It's largely maintenance and mobility. I do about 5 different groups of supersets, and I'll show you one each video. So this superset, some back squats, pretty lightweight, Then I go over to, this is really nice for runners, very specific. Single leg, 16-inch box steps. I've got dumbbells in my hands. This is for muscular endurance, working the legs. I'm getting a good stretch in my opposite calf muscle when I do this, but this is largely for balance, and I'm not resting up before I do these workouts in the gym. I want to be able to have my balance and exercise some strength even when carrying a little bit of fatigue. After the box steps, I'm going to finish this one up with trap bar deadlifts. Again, very lightweight. I think I got 10-pound plates on there. So a superset, do 3 sets of these, 3 sets, 6 reps, back squats, box steps with dumbbells, trap bar, deadlift. Working on getting this in twice a week. All right, thank ya. Just finished up an hour in the gym. It was good. Little sore from skiing yesterday. Y'all didn't see it, but I fell down a couple of times. Had a couple of snacks while I was in there. These turned out pretty good. They're good. All right, gonna go run some errands in town, post office and stuff, you know, and then meet Jenny later for a little more skiing. That's me. Jenny and I are headed up on the same 8-mile loop I did yesterday. Got some iffy stuff down here in the sun, but we're headed up into the shade where the snow's good. Woohoo! Nice out. Yay! It's fun to have somebody to ski with. Jenny's a good skier. I'm still learning. Wednesday, lunchtime. Yeah, chicken and pintos burrito. I'm pretty tired today. Monday and Tuesday, hour 45 of skiing both days and a gym workout yesterday. So today, some stretching in the morning, catching up on some office work, working on a training plan for one of our athletes. And yeah, gonna get the dog out for a walk later today. Rembo, are you tired too? Rembo's never really tired, but he's either wide open or sack potatoes. All right, see you guys. Couple days a week in the gym and some stretching at home, important part of my routine. For any of y'all that deal with some plantar fasciitis every now and then, if I don't stay on top of it, I do too. So a fair bit of heel raises, calf raises, little stretchy exercises. Hey, there I am. Out for our evening walk. I've got on my sparkly scarf. We're walking across the bridge. This is the Colorado River right here in town. It's finally frozen over, more or less completely. Woohoo! Finally, we got some winter time. That mountainside up there should be covered with snow, but not. Woohoo! We just saw a runner here on the river trail. That's cool. There's only like 500 people live in our little town, and we get visitors. There's a hot springs resort right back there behind me. It's the name Hot Sulphur Springs. But that's cool, seeing somebody out running. Moving every day. The highs and lows of being a 50-year-old, trying to train hard and running. The past 2 days, hour 45 minutes across country skiing both days. Felt great yesterday. Got a gym workout. Woke up this morning and I was like, oh, I shouldn't be this sore. But yeah, I hadn't been skiing a lot and it's really different from running. So like the highs are, yay, got in a lot of skiing, and it was good exercise, had fun, did good. The low is like, oh goodness, I want to be able to go running or do an adventure for 25, 30, 35 hours, and hour and a half today's making me sore. But the more contemplative side of me is like, hey, you're at the point where you've been doing hour and a half runs, can do that most days and go to the gym and not be sore. In a sense, the soreness is a good thing. It says I'm working my muscles in a different way, giving them a new stimuli. They're gonna adapt to that. So it's that fine line, like I don't want to do too much and hurt myself. My resting heart rate was normal last night, so like if I overdo it, my resting heart rate gets a little high. That's one of the ways I know to take a rest day. And I've always, even back to a teenager, like I deal with DOMS, delayed onset muscular soreness, more than some folks, from what they tell me. But I try to stay on top of the nutrition, the hydration, and warm-ups. It's just some of us are more susceptible to certain niggles and certain DOMs, and I'm somebody that's always gotten DOMs, and it's in a lot of my accessory muscles in my legs. So all in all, a good Wednesday. Ate good food, got some office work done, got some housework, some yard work done, made some appointments for work later in the week. So Wednesday down, some stretching, I also like my plantar fasciitis is something that flares up every now and then, so some stretching this morning, a little walking, my exercises for my plantars, and getting out on a walk. Rambo's probably after, he thinks there's some voles or something over there on the grass. He gets one every now and then. Wintertime routine, first thing every morning, making a shot as it blooms, move it over to the mug, make a big cup of coffee, and then there's a thermos there too, so a green tea thermos with some maple syrup. Thursday morning, family run, frozen boogers and all. January 1, Thursday. We're just back from a family run, about 40 minutes. It's actually not too bad outside. I think it's about 15, maybe 20 degrees. We're back from the run. Getting the miles in, about 40 minutes, 3 miles and some change. Not too bad. Trip to the hot springs for a soak. It is nice. Oh, New Year's Day. It was a busy day at the hot springs. I soaked for about an hour. But one of these days I'll show you some of the inside, but lots of people today respect their privacy. There's the outside pool, open for like 3 months a year up here in the mountains. All right, see you guys. Dinner time. I've been on this cheese tortellini kick. Friday morning, trip to the gym. This is me being a little silly, doing some mobility before I warm up. I'm going to hop on the treadmill for a threshold interval workout, steep uphills. For this workout, I keep speed constant, about 10.5 minutes per mile, and 2 minutes on at 10 to 12% uphill, 4 minutes off, back close to flat. Repeat. Idea is get my heart rate right up around my lactate threshold. Hey y'all, Friday, feeling pretty good. Slept good last night. Gotta go deliver and stack this firewood, but just finished up a stop in the gym. We got 45 minutes on the treadmill. A little bit of strength training, not much. I kind of count. There's a little bit of mobility warm up I do even before I get on the treadmill, and then some core and arms and shoulder stuff I do afterwards. But another good day today, Friday. Probably get in a little more mileage with Rambo at home. He's been waiting for us. Hey, Saturday, midday. It's crazy. I'm in shorts again and it's 45 degrees, but Rambo and I are going for a long run. Yeah, weird. I'm supposed to be doing a ski race in 3 weeks up here, but the venue where the ski race is not even open. They don't even have snow. So, yay, more running than we thought this time of year. We might look at the training plan, but training plan this time of year involved a lot of cross-country skiing to get ready for ski races, but it's like we're training. Maybe I'll find a half marathon or something to do like a month from now. But hey, look at this sunshine. Colorado, middle of winter. Can't complain about running in shorts in the middle of winter at 8,000 feet in the mountains. All right, we're 1 mile in, headed up. From our house, we've got a 2.5 mile, Rambo's chasing squirrels. We've got a 2.5 mile climb that climbs a little more than 1,000 feet. So it's like 2 miles at 8 to 10%. So kind of easy to keep the effort level under control because this one's got to stop and check everything out. 2 miles done, up into the tundra. Pretty nice up here. We're gonna turn around in 2 miles, 1,000 feet elevation, head back down. Okay, a little more than an hour in. Back down in town, dropped Rainbow off at home. I'm gonna see if I can show you. Oh, where is it? It's hard to tell. Is it there? I'm not doing a good job. Up there's the top of Partial Divide where we run to. No, I got it wrong. Straight behind me. Up there, that's the top of Partial Divide. 2.5 miles from town, a little more than 1,000 feet up. Yeah, so I'm just gonna take a little bit around town a little bit, enjoy the sunshine. Mostly dry roads. They're not dry, they're just not snowy. I'm getting pretty muddy. A little bit of fooling around town, head back home, call it good. Make it an hour and a half. Woohoo! Sunday breakfast, French toast with butter and strawberry preserves. Yeah, power fuel. Hey everybody, Sunday morning. We're out here, we call this the Cemetery Loop. We're at the old Granby Cemetery, and this is a fun run, rolling hills through Legacy Ranch. It's an 8-mile loop. Jimmy and Rainbow are way up the road already. I was dilly-dallying at the car, so see you in a bit. Last 100 yards, mile 8, I'm getting there. Up the hill, up the hill, up the hill. Yay. Headed back home. That wraps up the first Monday through Sunday of training. We're both riding in the car, stuffing food in our mouth. Gotta refuel. Week 1 of 2026 in the books, 38 miles. That's a step up from last week at 26, which is kind of a purposeful Down week, almost 9 hours even on this week's work. There you can see. Monday, Tuesday, skiing, sort of day off. Wednesday, 4 days a row and running, and I track my heart rate zones. Pyramidal. My heart rate data was a little wonky on one of those runs, so about 45 minutes of that zone 3 probably is really down in zone 1 and 2, so be a nice pyramidal distribution of effort for the week. You're a rock star if you watched all the way to the end. Leave me a comment, let me know. Every Monday we'll be uploading a new video. Subscribe please, bye-bye.